All right, everybody. Hello. CeCe, just say something to make sure everybody can hear you.
Hello. Hey, everybody. How you doing?
All right, now we're going to do a formal introduction. All right, everybody. So now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, 9-time Billboard charting phenomenal artist who is so freaking gorgeous you can't even stand it. We want to welcome CeCe Peniston. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me.
We're going to introduce you to everybody, starting off with my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell, who's like bursting up by the seams.
Hey. I'm sitting in the
I want to kiss you in person on the cheek and thank you for all the joy you brought me with finally dancing to it forever out at the Hamptons, all over New York City, in LA. I have danced to that song. All my friends love it. We love you. You are fabulous. You got a great voice. And your new song is absolutely fabulous.
Thank you. I love those guys. And thanks so much for the love. And I always thanks just everybody who has supported me through the years, the LGBTQ community, LGBT, the girls have definitely supported me and loved me. And I'm so thankful. I can't tell you. And I'm so glad you like the new single. And it's funny because they sent it to my brother. My brother's my manager. And I was like, I'm in love with it. When are we going to do it? Let's go now.
Absolutely.
So I'm so glad you love it like I do.
Let me introduce you to the rest of the team.
I just want to say something on that. You have a unique voice. You have a voice that's different than most. And I think it's the voice with the combination of the good music that clicks the song into great. Some people just don't have the voice and the music that matches. But your voice matches your music. Don't ever change it. See, even your new song has a finally somewhere in there. I hear it.
I always try to put like little things. Like, the one thing I noticed about finally is it has like several different hooks. It had the right, and then it had the finally, right.
So oh my God, I love that.
But that's what we love about you. When you hit those notes, you turn us crazy. And in the new song, you're doing the same thing. So you're a smart performer because you're not doing finally, but you're giving us a new idea of what you're doing. And it's really going to be a great song. And it's going to be a big one, I can tell. Yeah, I can tell. Wait, let me give it a couple of minutes. You have it, Jim.
No, I have to introduce people. We're not ready to go into the interview.
He yells
yet.
that we're married. He yells at me all the time.
He's so excited because he doesn't let us. He doesn't because we have a normal intro.
Quick story. I met Kathy Sledge years ago, and I'm screaming in the room, Jimmy, get over here! Look who I just met, Jimmy! And it was Kathy. I fell madly in love with Kathy Sledge because We Are Family is our gay.
Our anthem.
And I love Kathy Sledge, and I do love you, CeCe, because finally has become such a song for us gay people. It's a beautiful song, and I thank you again. I hate being the way I am. I'm like a kid. I've interviewed Jane Russell, a bunch of Lauren Bacall, the biggest movie stars in the world.
He doesn't get
and I don't get excited. And I don't get excited.
We've done about 560 interviews since we've been together. And you and Kathy Sledge are the two that he's like the most excited.
Wait. I got one more I got to meet is my Patti LaBelle.
Yeah, he needs Patti LaBelle. And that'll make his life.
That is my heroette. I love Patti LaBelle and her music.
That's my girl. And I also love Kathy too. Kathy's such a sweetheart. I mean, great performer, amazing on stage, always gives a great show. And Patty's my girl. Like, I always was like, hey, when I got into the business, I was like, I love her. And it's funny because she was one of the first people that I met when I got into the business. We were actually getting ready to do the Soul Train Awards. It was me and her and Luther Vandross. And they were like, hey, Patty's, you get ready to meet Patty. I was like, man, I love her. Because she's just so impromptu. The stuff will happen, like her pantyhose was running up her legs. She was like, oh, honey, my pantyhose is just running up my legs. And some guy was centipeding on the stage and all kinds of stuff was happening. And I was like, oh, I love her. She just let stuff happen spontaneously.
Hang on 1 second. Do you have the show playing in the background? Because they're sending me a message that they hear a funny noise. Do you have the show playing in your background?
No, I have a TV on. Do I need to turn it off?
Oh, turn it off because we can hear something. They said they hear something that's interfering.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on.
live television, everybody. We're on there with CeCe Peniston. CeCe Peniston. You gotta like. I do hear stuff in the background though.
Can you hear it now?
I know. I can hear the show in the background. You know when you hit something.
Now it's better.
Right.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on. That's really
Scott,
weird.
tell her what she needs to do.
CeCe, when you got up,
we're good now. We're good now. We're okay.
We're good.
Yep.
You said when I got up, you saw what?
Your boobs and your butt. You got a body, baby. You got a body. Woo! Nature was very generous with you, my sweet.
That's so funny. And you know what's funnier? I'm on a fitness journey right now. In 2014, a lot of people don't know this, but I did an NPC bodybuilding competition. And I competed just as CeCe Peniston because I was like, I want them to just judge me, not knowing that it was CeCe Peniston just entering the contest. Like I did the work for like 6 months. So hence we are back in 2019. I'm on another fitness journey, and I'm not going to tell exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I will tell people that if they keep watching, they'll get a couple of surprises, especially in September.
There you go.
I don't want to give it all away because then it's no fun.
Give us a little.
Hold on. We got to finish. Hold on. So we want to introduce you to the team behind the scenes that you don't see. We have our videographer is in Philadelphia. His name is Scott. So say hi to Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, CeCe, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Oh, come on now. How you doing, Scott?
Yes, right on.
And then in Florida, in Wellington, Florida, we've got Danielle. Danielle, say hey to CeCe. Danielle.
I think she's with the cop making it.
Hi, Danielle.
I don't know what happened to her. She's like, maybe she's the reason why we hear the stuff in the background.
CeCe.
Oh,
CeCe.
okay. Yes, baby.
CeCe. New York, right?
Yes, April.
Because
11th.
I can hear how you doing. Only New York.
No, she's not from New York.
She's got to be.
She's from Arizona or someplace.
But you know what's funny? My mother and father are both. So my dad was from Hackensack, New Jersey, and my mother was from the Bedford-Stuyvesant area, Brooklyn. So it's like,
Brooklyn.
Hey, just by default, y'all know I'm in. Look, that's it.
Yeah, because nobody but a New Yorker says, how you doing? We say, how not doing. Yeah. Say, how you doing? And that's such music to my ears. You're just music to my ears. Now, tell me about you. Are you married? Are you seeing a boyfriend?
I'm single right now. I'm looking for a good man.
That's hard to believe.
I'm going to let him find me because, when the man chooses you, then it's different. You can't choose him. He's got to choose you and be like, hey, we go together now.
Now, wait a minute.
I love that.
Now, CeCe, don't bullshit me.
I'm not.
Wait, you've got to have 5,000 guys after you. With that body, who you are, give me a break.
So I talk to friends and I date here and there, but I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have someone that says, hey, I'm putting you on lockdown now. I'm feeling you like that. And so, you know how it goes in this big old world. And then I travel a lot. So, some guys, they don't like that you travel like that. They're like,
well, if I were not 78 and if I were not gay, I would marry you in a second and have you just sing to me for the rest of my life. You don't even have to
get out of trouble.
No, really. I would have you sing my breakfast to me, when we were in the car driving somewhere. I would just have you sing till you have laryngitis. But anyway, now.
Hang on. I got a couple things we got to do first. Go. All right, so first off, we have a chat room with like a zillion countries in it. So please say hi to, and Eileen's in the chat room, so say hi to Eileen.
Hi, Eileen. Well, how you doing, girlfriend?
There you go. And then we have this fabulous fan of the show, friend of the show, who also is helping us build websites and promote stuff. She's the most fabulous woman on the planet. Her name's B. Claudia, and she's in Germany. Say hi to B. Claudia.
Hi, B. Claudia.
There you go. And then we went to Rock Against MS in L.A. on Saturday night. There was all these like rock stars, and Tiffany and all these great people were there, and we had a blast. And when we were there, I met this guy who somehow was affiliated with MC Hammer. I'm not sure, but anyway, he was like taking pictures, and he saw a picture of the promo on my phone that you were coming on the show.
Oh, I love him. I wanted his jacket.
And he saw a picture, and he's like, "You have CeCe Peniston coming on the show?" He's like, "I love her, but I have a friend," he said, "who is the #1 CeCe Peniston fan, and now I don't even know this guy.
Right.
And
he's watching.
He said, "Could you please get CeCe to say hello to him?" And so what I did, and I totally forgot about it, but he texted me 10 minutes before the show and said, "Please don't forget, because he's going to be watching." So his name is Egypt Thompson. Can you just say hi to Egypt Thompson?
Yes, hi Egypt. Of course I do.
Oh, you know him?
Yes, I know Egypt.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then he's going to be happy, and that way I kept my word. So he's like all happy with the whole thing. And now I'm going to do a little bragging for you.
Meanwhile, the guy that did the referral is a handsome black guy. I don't know if he's gay, but you should know.
You set me up.
No, wait a minute. Oh, he's good looking, and what a style. He had rhinestone shoes on, this gorgeous brocaded jacket. I mean, he looked ace. He looked so good. I wanted to rob his jacket. Anyway, I don't know, but he was. So
hang on, we're gonna do some.
Looking.
Let me before we talk, I want to do some bragging for you. All right, everybody. So first of all, CeCe is on Twitter. You guys, you can follow her at CeCe_Peniston, Peniston. Her website is CeCePeniston.com, where you can find everything. She's got everything on her website. It's fabulous. Her new single is Are You Ready? She has 5 #1 hits within 3 years. She's got 9 hits that made the Billboard Top 100.
Yay!
The hits, so everybody knows. Finally, Keep On Walking, We Got a Love Thing, I'm in the Mood, I'm Not Over You, Moving On, Hit by Love, Inside That I Cried, Crazy Love. I love the ballad Sick that you did. We played it on the show because I'm a big fan. So I love that ballad. And last week we played Jocelyn Brown, Somebody Else's Guy, and I didn't know you were even coming on last week. And I played it and I said, this is like one of my favorite all-time songs. And then when I found out you were coming on the show, I went on your Spotify and you did a cover of Somebody Else's Guy, which is like almost better than the original. And I've streamed it 1,000 times this week on Spotify. You got like 1,000 streams just from me.
She's talented.
It's like
Jimmy.
the greatest, but your cover version of that is so phenomenal that it's not even funny. Now, Ron's going to kill me if I don't let him talk, so I'm going to let him talk.
I'm busting at this. Where do you live?
I live in Litchfield, Arizona. I live in Arizona, AZ, off the grid.
I'm going to be in Arizona at the beginning of May. I'm in a film. I'm making a movie where I play I don't want to say what I play. But I play a bunch of crazy people. I would love to meet you one day and have lunch, dinner with you, whatever. But anyway, getting off that.
Give me the date. So I'll get them from Eileen and we'll work that out.
Here's the question I've been dying to ask you since I knew you were coming on. How and why and where did you get Finally?
So I was in college at the time. I didn't have a man. I was in chemistry class, obviously not paying attention. I'm like, I'm getting ready to go sing. I'm not going to study down. So I did get my degree from junior college. But however, that wasn't one of my favorite classes. So I said, I'm going to write some poetry. So I was like, okay, well, what would I write about? I said, well, I don't have a man. What would I say if I met him? And I said, finally. I said, well, what does he look like? I was like, brown cocoa skin and curly black hair. And I had this whole little thing. And the funny thing is I found the man after I wrote the song, my first husband.
Now, where'd you get the music from?
You know what? I had come up with this melody line in my head, right? And then I talked to my boy Wax, and I was like, hey, Wax, I have this idea. He was like, bet. So he came up with the bass line, and then Arcade came up with the chords. So then they did a remix that David Morales did, and so that's why you hear the one with the deep bass, the don't. So Felipe and Arcade did that mix, and then you hear the don't. So it was Eric Kupper and David Morales did that remix. So there was few that people heard.
What made Finally so outstanding was it was a whole new sound. Nobody ever did a Finally sound. Because I'm a dancer, so I dance the clubs all over the world. There was a part of your music where it stops and then it gives you the beat. And that's where you picked it up and you were able to go insane and scream and yell like I used to do.
Oh my God, he's so crazy.
Let me just tell you a funny story. So, the part where I go, right? I was in the studio and I had forgotten the words and I was like, and Manny was like, what? He was like, boop, boop, I want to hear that like 7 more times. So that's how that thing came out. It became this thing that when I would forget words, not even on my own song, I was doing somebody else's song, I would just kind of do that. And they were like, oh, this is the signature thing that she has. And they kept it. And so that's why now, like, people hear that little thing come on along with the chorus and they go, they're CeCe, you know?
Okay. So. Now, did you also learn to sing in church? Because Johnny Mathis and a few of my other friends all were church kids, and they used to sing in the I guess choir at church, like Aretha Franklin and Patti LaBelle and Johnny Mathis, all those people. Did you do that?
Yes, definitely. In fact, you know, I had the kind of mom, like, you couldn't like go out like as we got older, like we were the type that we had to have our clothes laid out like the night before for church. And you know how you try to go out like as you get older and go to the club, it's like, oh no, you're gonna get up and you're gonna be in church, and you're like, and she's like, oh no, and she's in the choir stand like this, like like snapping her fingers at us like, you better get it together in the house right now. But my mom was cool. The thing I loved about her is she would let us be us, but at the same time, she had that background. So I always say, hey, I'm God's child. And I feel like that is the reason why I have been so protected over all these years and been blessed to do what I love to do. So, yeah. Definitely.
You were a beauty queen, too, right? Because I read someplace you were.
Look at her.
No, I mean, but a real, like, were you like
look at the teeth.
Were you like a pageant girl or anything?
Look at the smile.
Thank you. You know, I was Miss Black Arizona 1989, 1990. I did this Miss Galaxy pageant, and I had this thing in my head. They were like, well, you can do it, but we don't have the money to give it to you at the time, right? My parents at the time. And I said, I want to do this anyway. So I went around to the different people in the mall and said, hey, I'm doing this pageant. You know, can you guys sponsor me? And they were like, okay. So I had somebody sponsor my dress. I had somebody sponsor my shoes. I used to work at Kenny Shoes before I got my record deal. I know it's funny that in Chess King, where they gave you the two suits and you got one for free.
Yes,
so I used to work there, right? At Kenny Shoes is a funny story. We used to glue quarters down on the ground and watch people try to pick them up. But anyway. So people sponsored me for the pageants. I ended up doing the pageant and winning. And I felt like it really prepared me because it taught me how to be poised on stage and do interviews, stuff like that.
I think that's
you
fabulous.
You did that so well. I had a question, but I laughed it out of my old brain.
I met you. I mean, a long time ago because I lived in Fort Lauderdale for 30 years, and it was a gay pride there, and it was in Fort Lauderdale, and there was a big convention, and they had like booths and everything, and I bought a RuPaul doll. This is before RuPaul was like super famous like he is now. I bought like there's 3 of them, only 3 of them made or something like RuPaul's dolls.
And he dances on our show every now and then.
Yeah, every once in a while we bring him in.
Dance.
We bring him in. He's got a penis and everything underneath his shirt.
I love it.
But I actually met you, and you were so gracious, and that was when finally, was like at the top of the charts, and I do remember one thing about you being the fact that you were pretty young, because I don't know how old, maybe you were 21 or 22 when finally.
21. Yeah.
I remember thinking, because back then I hadn't met a lot of celebrities like I had now, and I remember thinking how gracious and nice you were as a celebrity being at the top of the charts, at a young age. You weren't all big. I know, but like they're not used to though when they first start out. Look at the ones today. We get people from reality TV shows who are nobody, and they're like so nasty, and they think they're so funable. And you had such great accomplishments. So I always have been a fan because I've listened to all your music. Like I said, we were playing Sick. I love all your music, but the fact that that you're super nice now and you haven't changed and you've had so much success and at an early age, it made me always have so much respect and admiration for you as an artist because of that.
Question. You do not have to answer.
Thank you.
Angie B. You know B.
You know BNGB?
Yeah, of course.
She's a good friend of mine. I love her to pieces. And she wrote a song called Love, which Jimmy and she wrote it for us when we got married. It's our married song. And she made a lot of records and got screwed very badly financially.
You know what I think? Okay.
How did you do on Finally? You should be a multi-millionairess now from Finally.
So, but I had to get the screwing first.
Okay.
I think that's called Welcome to the Music Business, and you don't know. And probably about 2.5 years ago, I really started investigating my catalog, and I found things about streaming like name misspellings, CeCe Peniston, Cecilia Peniston. I'm like, that's not my streaming name. I'm sorry, y'all hear the dog in the background, Gigi. She's a Chihuahua. She thinks she's running things up in here.
That's okay.
Loud.
That's fine.
But I went through like my catalog, and I did a deal with Finally where I redid the surgeons of like making things right and putting them back in the right place, like telling people about getting their neighboring rights, because Sound Exchange, and people don't know this, but Sound Exchange does not do the European market.
Right.
So you have to go through someone to get your neighboring rights. So when I talk to my artist friends, I'm like, hey, are you getting your neighboring rights? Are you doing blah, blah, blah? I'm the businesswoman. Besides trying to be cute half the time, I like to make sure that I feel like a lot of our 90s artists and 80s artists, their catalogs, everything's not set up right, bad contracts, bad different things. But I feel like there's definitely opportunity to make those things right. And those are the things that I've been doing. So in this moment, I'm living greatly, but I did go through that hard time. I had accountants steal my money, over $1 million from me. But what I can tell you it did for me is it made me a soldier. It made me stronger. It made me a soldier. I got some great poetry out of it. I don't take no shit now. You know, I feel like I'm a better businesswoman besides being a performer. So I thank God for the experience, even though in the time I was angry about it.
Well, now, when they did Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, did they steal Finally from you?
Well, I did notice, this is what I noticed. So if you look on the soundtrack, and this is something that I found, if you look on the soundtrack and you see the names of the songs, do you see Finally on there?
I'm going to guess not, because you're saying
I don't know. You tell me.
It's been out since 1993. And so what I noticed is Overture and Finale. And I said, I know Finally's on here. So I looked and I said, oh, Overture and Finale is Finally.
Yes.
Which means that it's not under CeCe Peniston, which means I'm not getting my streaming, which means who is getting it, and I'm on top of it now, and let's just say I'm on top of it.
Okay, good for you.
Well,
I'm just saying, those are the kind of things that I do late at night, is go through and find different name misspellings on iTunes. I have found 20 misspellings so far.
Well, let me tell you something.
Somebody else is putting it up as theirs.
Yeah, I know what they're doing. I really like the movie, and I have to say this, and I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's ass either. Finally, when those queens came out and did their little number with the thing with the wings and the dancing and the wig, but the music and the combination of the choreography made that movie fabulous. If they didn't have Finally in it, it would have been an okay film. Every gay person that I know, for Halloween, they were dressing up like that. And at the Halloween thing in Palm Springs, they played your music, Finally, and a bunch of queens came out dressed like they did in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Great movie.
No, but it's true. You should be paid for that multiple times, because that movie plays all the time. We just had a big thing here at our movie theater in Palm Springs. At what movie theater? I forgot the name of it, where they had your Priscilla playing. And
everybody dresses up like the queens in the movie.
And I went. And I was 77 at the time. And I couldn't help it. When you finally came out, I stood up and started dancing. I mean, they thought I had a stroke or something. I was going to something, St. Vitus dance or something. I just couldn't help it. I had to get up and dance.
We actually, though, know a lot of people who have been in this situation. We're very good friends with the girls from Expose.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know Expose. I mean, they would.
Yes, I do.
And they
Joy is a good friend of
Jimmy's. I've been friends with her. She's been my friend for like 20-something years.
And so has my Lily McLeod gotten screwed.
Yeah, I love Lily, all through show.
Lily's my angel. Lily's in Europe right now, knocking them dead, making mega bucks, and she's coming here to Palm Springs to my house, and I'm having a big dinner party for her. And she said to me, Ron,
we have to book you in Palm Springs, so that way you're booked there.
No, she's coming. Honey, I got,
sweetheart. Let's go.
I got you already in the purple room. Forget about it.
Yeah, we could book you in the purple room in a second.
You're here. Trust me, you're here. We
have to talk about that.
We just need to know when the opening is. I mean, gay men love you for two reasons. One, your voice is beautiful, your music's incredible. And the other is because you have the word penis in your name.
You know, I joke with people about that myself, and they're laughing at me because they're like, "Can you spell it?" And by the third time, I'm like, "It's just penis and then T-O-N." They're like, "Wait, what did you say?" It's a ton of it. I was like, "It's just a ton of it." They just start laughing at me because they don't expect that to come out my mouth. But I do want to tell you something about the Priscilla. I want to thank you for that and tell you that I actually had a chance to see it on Broadway myself. Me and my mom went in London and saw it, and as looking at it, I was like, now how did this little poem become this production, this thing? So, you know, I just love it. And like I told you, I just wanted to throw that in there. I love, you know, the gay community. Like, they give me so much love. And the boys, look, I got to have my girlfriends. They do not play. I remember I was out with one of my girlfriends, right? And we were somewhere, and some guy was trying to talk to me. He's like, "Oh, honey, I have to see your eyes. This is my girl right here. This is my chick." He was like, "I gotta see. I can't see your eyes." He was going off.
Well, we're gonna pull strings, and you are definitely purple. The Purple Room is the big nightclub here. I mean, all the big stars sing here. It's a beautiful nightclub, not cheap either. It's expensive, so it's a good class of people that go. It's not junk. But you have to do me a favor in return.
What's that?
And you have to let me cook dinner for you at our house.
You got it. I would love a good.
Oh no, you would love it.
That's a deal. That's a deal. Because I want to meet you so much. Just like I wanted to meet my Kathy Sledge, who lived in the next town from us. She lived in Newtown. We lived in Doylestown at the time. And
she actually played. You played. What's the gay bar?
The three of you played.
No. What's the gay bar that we used to go to once in a while?
I forgot what it is. The one in
it's in New Hope.
In New Hope.
In New Hope, Pennsylvania.
Oh, you know what? I've done a couple of things there. Me and Kathy did. She was doing something with all of us ladies. It was a big thing that they did at the casino there at the Foxwood. It was me, Denise Williams, her, and Karen White, and it was great.
Yes,
Karen White's been on our show. I'm Karen White's publicist. And
I love her, and she is so pretty. I was like, she looks so beautiful. I saw her we were in Atlanta. And before I had seen her, I saw her at Kathy's things first, and then I saw her again in Atlanta. And I was like, dang, she looks so beautiful. So, now that girl can give a show now. Like, she gives the damn show. I love her too. So.
What about that though? That I have a show with all of you guys. I mean, like, I would love to have you and Karen White and Lily McLeod.
My Lily, I love my
and Kathy Sledge and Denise Williams. Oh, holy shit! It would be like an orgasm.
I would like.
That would be great.
I would die and go to heaven. And then, of course, if you threw in the old bag, who's my age.
Who's the old bag your age?
LaBelle.
Oh, Patti LaBelle.
She's my age. She's 78 years old.
Like Ron is just dying to meet Patti LaBelle.
I love her. Like, I love you. I love her.
So who are some of your who are some of your favorite people that you've performed with?
Shaka Khan, love.
Oh my God, that would be awesome. Shaka Khan.
Oh my God, my funny Valentine. Shaka Khan's my funny Valentine. Nobody does it like Shaka Khan.
I love it. In fact, I did. It's funny. I did do a little dedication because I did a version of hers for Valentine's Day, and I had this red hair on, this red wig. I did it on my thing, but she is queen. I'm telling you, like, to hear her voice. Her inflections, like no one has inflections like her. The way that she does and turns her notes, no one has inflections like her. And I love her voice; is so powerful. I'm like, where are you getting all that power from, girl? Because we did a show out in Dallas together, and then Patti LaBelle, like I said, I love her. I was doing Soul Train Awards, so I love her. Andy sung great Fantasia. You straight gonna get.
Oh, I love Fantasia.
And Jennifer Hudson. I mean, the list could go on.
Have you performed with Jennifer Hudson?
Genuine.
I've met Genuine. Have you been in a show with? Have you done a show with Jennifer Hudson?
You know what? I was actually at a show that she did. A friend of mine was an ambassador. He's a public speaker, Byron Garrett, and he does public speaking. He was doing an engagement that night, and Jennifer Hudson was the singer. She was singing. She's like, la 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 la. And she looked down. She said, "Hey girl, hey girl." I was like, "Hey girl." You know,
my
so
God,
said,
that would be awesome.
I was a very young boy when I discovered Mary Wells, and you don't even know who she is.
Yes,
you
I know she is.
Oh,
yes, of course.
She's the queen of Motown. She started Motown, and I used to walk with a radio on my shoulder back in those days, a portable radio. This is back in 1958 or 9. And I remember people saying to me, I won't use the word, but get that N off the radio.
Wow.
And that's what we had to deal with. The kids that loved all of the soul music and the Motown sound. And I have been a fighter for Motown and Motown people, except for Diana Ross. I don't like her. No, she's not.
Well,
she's not
nice.
How
you really feel.
He never pulls any punches.
No, she's not a nice person. She thinks she's white and she's evil, and I don't like her. But anyway,
actually, Eileen in the chat room says she interviewed Jennifer Hudson, and she also said she's going to meet you April 11th. Let's promote what you got going on April 11th.
Yes, definitely. I have Joe's Pub coming up out in New York City, and I can't wait to do that. That's coming up. My girl Dom Tom will be there with me. I have a DJ, so we're going to have some backgrounds. We're going to have the DJ and maybe some dancers. I don't know. We're working on that today to see, because I just want to make sure it's a full show. I also have the City Winery in D.C. coming up, which will be great. I have a show coming up in Africa. I have 2 shows in London.
Oh, how cool! Africa is cool.
You're working your ass off.
Yeah.
Have you
Heritage Show on national TV? The Cherry Blossom Parade on national TV. So a lot of good stuff. Canada with Thea Austin and Freedom Williams. So we've definitely been moving. Yeah,
I am so happy that first of all, because now there's such a new generation of people, that there's so many new people being exposed to your new music. I don't think there's a person on the planet who doesn't know Finally, but like all the new music is fabulous. I think everybody, I'm glad it's being embraced, because we don't want you to ever disappear. We want to, I want to be like 100, out dancing to your music. So I think that it's such a fabulous thing, and we want to make sure everybody's following you in social media so they know what's going on. So everybody follow at CeCe_Peniston, and you also want to check out CeCePeniston.com.
I'm more on Instagram than just Twitter, but I'm on Instagram, and I'm the one who answers. I'm like, hey, when they hear the "Hey girl," that's me. So I'm on Instagram.
Who are you? Oh, just CeCe Peniston?
Yes, CeCe Peniston.
CeCe, honestly, do you have fantasies or wishes to outdo Finally? Can you come up with something as wonderful as Finally? The new song is very reminiscent of it. That may be a hit just as big as Finally.
Thank you, and that makes me smile. I think as an artist, you always, what they always say, when you have that one song or a couple of songs that people want to hear over and over again, that's when you have a hit, and a lot of people don't get a classic. So just to have a classic like Finally is definitely a blessing, but as an artist, you're always like, I want another one.
Yeah, but
there's some artists that do like 80 songs. Like Mariah has 80 songs.
Yeah.
And she has different songs, and then there's other artists that have them 3 or 4. There's artists that have 10. There's artists that have 20. So it just depends. And you know what? Finally is one of those things that can be done in so many different ways that I'm working on with that. Even working on a greeting card thing with that, because I feel like it's so many celebrations between babies and graduations and birthdays and holidays. That's one of those things where you open it up and the little card that sings. I was like, yeah, we need to do that.
I think that's a wonderful idea. It's a great idea. The only other person who I happen to know is Johnny Mathis, who I adore. Have you ever met Johnny?
I haven't, but I used to listen to his song with Denise. Yes, it's over.
Right. Well, I'm a fan of Johnny since 1950.
That's his favorite singer.
1956, I fell in love with Johnny Mathis in 1956 when he sang Wonderful and also Chances Are. Those are Johnny's 2 biggies.
We got 1 minute, so.
He's never really been able to beat them, but he's got about 1,000 other songs that are wonderful. Johnny Mathis is my favorite. Yes. Better than Frank Sinatra, better than anybody I've ever heard.
He's got a great voice. And the thing about him is
he's still singing it at 82.
Oh, I love it. And the thing about it is, it's like, how do you not know him? As an artist, I think you're supposed to be versed in a lot of different types of music, from operatic to, to reggae to modern to, Yeah.
I love it. So everybody, this is CeCe Peniston. We've only got like 30 seconds left.
I just want to say one thing. CeCe, turn your people on to who we are. We have to know your availability for the Purple Room, and we will get on it for the Purple Room and tell them that we have CeCe Pennington. They'll drop Peniston. Peniston. Exactly. A ton of
tongue twisted. CeCe, we want to thank you. And anytime you have anything to promote, please let us know. We'll bring you back as often as you'd like to come back.
Every time you want, my darling. Every time.
We really are. We thank you so much. All right. Bye-bye.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
I want to see you soon, honey.
Love it. Everybody, that was CeCe Peniston. She's such a superstar. Thanks,
What
Eileen
a
Shapiro.
delicious,
what a fun show.
person.
Scott and Danielle, thank you so much. Chat room, thank you so much, everybody. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.